keeping that in your mind, your objective statement should be. Yeah. So when you prepare your objective statement, you have to keep the job role, job description in your mind and the company's profile as well. That what kind of company are you applying to? Okay. So this has to be taken care of while preparing your objective statement, right? Okay. So next comes skills. Yes, we will understand about all these components separately as well. Right now, just I'm giving you a brief on that. Okay. So skills. When skills come, so can anyone tell me what is what kind of things should be mentioned in skill? Can anyone unmute and just tell me? Hello.
There's mention about technical skills and soft skills.
Okay. So yeah, Parky answered. So Parky, you must have prepared your resume.
Oh, yes, I prepared.
Okay. So what skills have you mentioned over there?
I mentioned their programming skills and some leadership qualities,
Okay,
uh, like uh, like web development, JavaScript, MySQL, and some soft skills like communication skills, fluent in English.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Parky, have you applied for any of the are you going into any placement that have you participated in any kind of placement drive till now?
So
No. What are you? I mean, you are from MBA or what?
I'm from BCA, Computer Application.
Okay, okay. So may I have another answer from MBA or uh, MCOM students or MCA is also there, right? Hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am. MCA, BTech, CSC, MBA, MCOM, all
Oh,
students. Yeah.
so do we have students from these branches also in
Yes, yes.
today's session?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Shreya
so
Yadav, unmute and answer something. Shreya Yadav, I hope you have joined. Anyone from MBH, please unmute and answer.
Yes.
okay, yes, please tell.
Ma'am, about the skills that you said for like soft skills, the communications is very important for MBA, I believe,
Hmm.
because communication is the first key how we are going to work, what we, our the natures we can show that how we're going to deal with the client and the time management because that is most important when you are doing an MBA, how you're managing your time and how you're doing it out. I've written in the soft skills and I have written leadership qualities, ma'am. In that, I can describe about the team management, how I'm going to do it.
Okay, fine.
Excuse me. Can I just give a piece of information? Actually, the limit for joining is 100 here on Zoom, but then I have just immediately live streamed it on YouTube and I've shared the link in the WhatsApp group. So anyone who is not able to join the Zoom meeting can go live on YouTube also. I've shared the link on the WhatsApp channel group.
Okay. So thank you, Kirti, sir. Thanks for that support. Okay. So yeah, you have mentioned all these skills in your CV. Okay. So when
Yes,
yeah. So which job role have you applied for?
currently, I have applied in the pyramid finance, ma'am. In that, the sales manager roles has been there, and in the JD, it has been described about you have to have a good communication skills, and you have to be also be having a customer relationships. And there are few works which are related to the HRs, like a papers work, where there which we have got explanations. And in the Salasar also, we were yesterday had meeting of a pre-placement talks where they explain about what we have to do it out in the sales part. It is B2B and other communication skills and other they have also explained is about the training, ma'am.
Great. So this is what exactly expected from the candidate, that whatever the job role is there, what company is exactly demanding from you, what will be your profile over there in the company. So according to that, your skill sets must match. It is a must. It is not should over there, but it is a must. Okay. So that should match the job role. Okay. So there should not be any gap between this. That's great. Okay. So yeah, next comes work experience. So I just believe most of you are freshers. Is there anyone who has got some kind of experience? Is there anyone? Hello, is there
And about the
anyone in the
internship,
room?
also we can say a word about the experience of internships.
Pardon?
Ma'am, I'm Shreya from MBA.
Okay. Yes, Shreyansh.
Ma'am, about experience you asked, so we can share about the experience of our internships.
Sure, definitely. If you are a fresher, if you have not worked anywhere earlier, then definitely you have to talk about your internship thing, right? So I just wanted to know whether do we have someone here who has worked somewhere before MBA?
Parky, I
Is
think
there
you have
anyone in the
raised
room?
your hand. Parky, I guess she raised her hand.
Actually, I'm from BCA, but I have done internships.
Okay.
So I can share experience if you want.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead, Parki. Please go ahead.
Uh, in my second year of college, I have worked as a intern web developer in CCL, and then there I have made a project on bank management system where uh, you can provide your ID, IFSC code, every details, and then all the database got stored. And then in third year of my college, I have done internships in CMP as an intern full stack web developer, where I have worked on 2, 3 projects. I have made a food website and also employee registration form along with database, PHP, MySQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So
Okay.
I gave,
So that's okay, fine, fine. So these are your experiences, right? Yeah. So you must have mentioned all these things in your resume, Parke.
yes, I've mentioned.
That's great. Okay. So while sharing about your work experience, as we have already discussed, that yes, your internship that can be showcased as your work experience. Okay, since you are all, you most of you are freshers. So yeah, while sharing about your work experience or internship, the language should be very very it should be your work experience should be presented in such a way that should appeal the employer. Okay, again here that thing comes. So suppose you are applying for say the sales manager, for the job of sales manager, right? And you have worked as a teacher. So can we showcase that over here? Can we mention that while applying for this job? Will it be okay to share that? Can anyone answer?
No.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It will be okay?
Like not totally it will be okay, but at a some certain point it can be okay. As a manager, teacher is also managing a 50 students. As a sales
Mhm.
manager, you are also going to manage the customers. They have to be have a means same mindset cannot be same, but you have to know how both are handling each other. Like teacher is handling 50 students, the same way the sales manager has to handle his customers, his business, his employee also who's working under them.
Mm-hmm.
So we can relate to like this. And the next thing, work experience, it can say is that like a teachers can share their work experience in the sales manager, like how he handles the people, how he was doing the work, how he's managing, how he's taking the lead and completing his role.
Absolutely. See, if you don't have any kind of experience, so suppose the job role you are applying for, as I gave the example of this role of sales manager, and you have got experience of a teaching job, right? So very beautifully Shreyans correlated both the things. Okay, so here comes playing with words. You have to play with words, right? uh, Fine, Mina, you have to find out the way how you can bridge the gap, how you can show your work experience in such a way that uh, that gives a very hello.
Yeah, you're audible. Continue.
Okay, fine. So yes, I was telling that we need to play with the right words while showcasing our experience, and that should appeal to the employer. That is very very important. Okay, so these are very important aspect of any resume. The first one, as I told, about objective statement. The second is skill set, and the third one is work experience, or in your case it is internship. Okay, so all these things are very very important, and uh, uh, the minute there should be a proper match between the job role your and your objective statement, a perfect match in between skills and the job role, work experience and the job role. So these three areas are you can say the prominent parts of your CV, prominent components of your CV. You have to focus on these areas. Then comes education. Okay, so education, you all know. I'm not going to speak much about that. Uh, okay, let come to the last one, that is achievements. Your achievements, even if you have earned maybe like a prize for organizing any kind of event in your college, okay, or maybe you have participated in cultural events, so that should come in your resume. So this will give an added advantage to you of it will showcase your leadership quality. Okay, so any questions so far? Hello.
No, ma'am.
So during the discussion, if anyone has any questions, so you can straight away write it in the chat box or also in the YouTube channel, which is going live. So we can capture your questions, and whenever we get time, we will address to that. Yeah, Krishna ma'am, you can continue.
Okay, so till now we have discussed on almost the major portion of the this resume components, right? So yeah, okay. Uh, So we have already talked about achievements, right? And next comes here a word is mentioned over here, that action verbs. So action verbs means that whatever the accomplishments, whatever the responsibilities you have taken up till now, that should be mentioned in your achievement section. Only you can mention this. Okay, that should come in your CV, right? I have already talked about that, tailoring your resume according to the job role, right? And see, while you are preparing your resume according to the job role, then definitely the keywords must come over there. As Parki and Shreyans, they talked about that, the role, they just correlated very nicely with the job role and their skill set. So all those keywords must be highlighted. Okay. And yes, some of the basic things that you need to take care of, that formatting of your resume, right? So the resumes should be very neat and clean. Okay, it should give a professional look, and where the fonts must be good. Then wherever it is required, the bullet points, the headers, that should give a very neat look. So formatting the CV is again a very important task, right? Next comes the length of your resume. So, what should be the length of your resume? Your resumes should be 1 page, or it should not exceed more than 3 pages, right? Okay. So
Krishna ma'am, your
yeah,
slides are not moving actually. The
is it
slides are not,
so?
yeah, the slides are not moving.
Okay.
So can you just click on the slide which you are talking about, in which you are discussing? Just click on the slide left side.
Just a minute. Is it moving now? Still
No
the
change.
same?
Yeah, it's just the first page, resume readiness section.
Still the same.
Okay. Really? I didn't know about that. Just
Or
a
otherwise, can
minute.
you quickly share it on my WhatsApp? Yeah, now we've come to the thank you part. So it's so soon the thank you has come. Yeah, this is better. So you go to the previous slide. Yeah, that's how you do it. Click it, right.
Okay.
It's happening now.
Okay. So it was in presenter mode, it was not coming properly.
Okay, this is fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
Okay, so we have already discussed about all these pointers: contact information, resume sections, summary, objectives, work experience, education, skills, and all, right? We have discussed about these things. And then we were talking about the length of the resume, right? Yeah, achievements we have already discussed. Action verbs, that whatever the accomplishments you have, that should come in bullet points in your CV, right? So that we have already discussed on that. Okay, and that tailoring to the job, that is also discussed. Okay, about the keywords also I just talked. Formatting I have already talked. Okay, yeah. So I was talking about length of your resume. It should not exceed, like more than 2 pages, right? 2 pages are acceptable, because see, people don't go through that much long CV. You know quite well that we don't want to read long texts. Okay, that is why it is advisable that keywords your related to the job role and your skill set, that should come in your CV, and that must be highlighted nicely. Okay. Next thing, that is proofreading. See, many a times it happens that we avoid small mistakes, right? But while someone is going through your CV, see, interview or all the, this the whole process of this job thing, right? So that is for rejection. It is not for selection. That you must keep in your mind, right? So that is why you need to give attention to each and every part of your CV. There should not be a single mistake in your resume. Otherwise, people will point out that. Say, sometimes they would tell you right at your face, and sometimes they won't tell you, but they will take an impression with them that this person is not that careful, or your okay, it should give, it will give a negative impression. So that is why proofreading is very, very important. So, like, how can we do that? So definitely we have a big number of students, like there is a big group. So you can exchange your CVs with each other, and you can get it proofread. Many times we are unable to find out our own mistakes, but others can find it out easily, right? So that way you can do it. Okay. And the last point, that is include a cover letter. We will learn. See, we will learn how to write a cover letter. Can anyone tell here what is a cover letter? Hello? Hello?
Cover letter means, ma'am, the executive summaries about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We can describe about ourselves, the way means we are represented, what we can do, what the enthusiasm we have, what are the skills we can, not skills, but the ability to learn something, the ability to adapt the culture of that workplace,
Mm-hmm.
that we can do it out over there on that cover letter means, I think, is ma'am.
Cover letter.
Someone else?
Cover letter can be summarized form of a resume.
Summarize form
Of a resume.
of a resume. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone has prepared a cover letter?
Ma'am, in a cover letter, we just mentioned that why are we fit for the job role that they are hiding.
Please come again.
In the cover letter, we mentioned the points that why I am fit for the role and that kind of things.
Absolutely. Actually, all of you are correct, right? Whatever in our resume, whatever the things we have mentioned. So in a cover letter, we write it in a elaborated way. Or you can say you present a story about your why you are fit for that role, as you have told just now, right? So that's perfectly right. Okay. Here you need to curate your cover letter. Mina, here you are going to tell the story. Actually, you have to sell yourself through a very effective story. You are a right fit for this particular job role. Okay. So it should definitely, it should come along with the resume. Okay. Yeah. Achha, what is hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, who is this? Actually, I'm unable to see you people. Okay. While we are in presenting mode, tell your name. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Priya Yadav from MBA. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, what is the hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
what steps have you followed till now?
For what, ma'am?
Hello.
Hello. Ma'am, steps you are asking for what?
For the cover letter, Shreya, for the cover letter, what you have done to for the cover letter to include the points that ma'am is asking? Cover letter के लिए क्या क्या किया अभी तक आपने?
So, ma'am, in cover letter, I say that about the executive summary where we are summarizing about our series. And in that manner, I have in MBA, my major is finance to explain how my financial analysis and interpretation which can help the companies. And even I have written how my enthusiasms and the learning part I have explained about it. And even I explain how the communications way and the delivery skills which I can uh, give to the companies. Ma'am.
Uh, I just want to share one experience. For the cover letter, ma'am tell one thing, story about your story, how is you are fit for that job. So that is very important when you are writing a cover letter. So cover letter may be changed very according to the job role. Resume may be changed according to the job role, but mostly the cover letter objective is to just show that yeah, why I am fit for this job, who I am, how can I just contribute with you guys. So it's a kind of a paragraph writing or say story writing in the cover letter. Okay. For the MBA student is very much important because when you apply for a kind of a very some executive profile, so when some one of the company come to us like Godrej and Boys, so Godrej and Boys always ask a cover letter and CV both, and one company is other is Varun Beverages. So they always ask because from the cover letter they understood that what is the storyline of that student, how is going to fit for the job, what he or she is telling about to fit for this job. Okay, so that is very important. For the UG students, it might be not necessary. For BBA, BCom, might be not necessary, but for the PG students, when you are applying for a kind of a higher executive level job, then it's necessary. Krishna ma'am, please continue.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Ritesh. Thanks a lot for briefing on that. Okay. So, we have already understood the what are the things we need to take care of while preparing our resume. Okay. I think all of you, since you have got a format from your university itself, so all of you have prepared your resume, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you have prepared?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
Yes, ma'am.
okay, that's great. That's great. And what about the cover letter? How many of you have prepared the cover letter? The MBA students, have you prepared your cover letter? Yes or no? Hello?
No, ma'am.
No, not prepared.
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no worries, no worries. The MBA students, when are you going to have your next interview round or next placement drive? Is there anyone in this group
Yes, ma'am. After 23, we are thinking Salazar is going to take.
after 23rd? So can I have the number in the chat box that how many of you are going to appear in that drive?
Ma'am, I'm the PR of the MBA, so I have all the name and details of them. I have the 25 student totals are there over on Salazar, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
So 25 students are going to appear up to 23rd, ma'am.
Okay, so after 25th, you told 25th, this
23rd,
25th,
23rd, ma'am. 23rd,
23rd,
ma'am.
after 23rd. Okay, that's right.
Yes,
So, yeah, I want your, like you can float your, resume and the cover letter you have prepared. Okay, prepare a PDF and just float it in the group so that we do a boot camp for your resumes. Okay, we will go through the resumes, we will go through your cover letters, and then we will have a separate session on that. Okay, so today I just wanted to have an idea that how many of you are aware of these things? How many of you have curated your resumes according to the job roles or not? This is what actually the main motive or the objective of today's session. But yes, some of you are not going to be in the drive next week, but those who are going to be in the drive, please do share your resumes for the boot camp. Okay, I'll
ma'am,
just
but
hello.
yes, ma'am. In for MBA student, next week there are going to be two placement drive. One is for Salazar, next is for Pyramid. So
Mm-hmm.
both the companies are going to come. So if you have a time, we really wanted to request you once that please give a personal time to the MBA student where you can help us to write the cover letter like you have explained right now, ma'am. And the next thing is about the CV, ma'am. The personally we wanted to have a one session which you can conduct after Tuesday, ma'am. We will request you, ma'am.
Definitely. Sure, sure. We will do that. That is why I was asking you that yes, on the personal level only, we want to support you people, and we want to do great in your interviews, right? So,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
would be the you can just share it in the group itself that say though
Like the
the
timings
festivals,
and yeah, yeah, continue. I just wanted to
yeah,
ask one more thing to Shreya.
Yes, sir.
What positions are they
yeah,
having?
Katie sir, please come again. Yeah.
I heard Piramal because yeah, just I was curious about what vacancies they are having this.
So for Salazar is a sales for the investor broker. It has been named the position is investor broker. In that part, the sales part has been come. In the pyramid finance, which has came, it is directly a sales manager, but it is B2B. Uh, and in that, some few HR roles have been described about. They have explained in JD. So
Okay. So it's
Okay,
basically
that's
about the sales and HR kind of things.
yes, sir.
Okay.
okay. Perfect. So,
Excuse me,
yeah, I
ma'am.
would request.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Shreya is having the number of yours, ma'am. So she will going to coordinate with you since she's the
Sure,
PR representative also.
sure.
So he will call you and discuss everything. Okay, Shreya, please
Yes,
coordinate.
definitely.
Yes,
So
sir. I will coordinate with
ready,
ma'am
so
and
ready
sir.
to review your CVs now. So it's very important. Okay, so get it done before that drive happens. So just coordinate with
Yes,
her
sir.
and do share the necessary details. You have the JD, you have the everything with you. Okay.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
right. Okay. So I was just asking you, though the festival seasons are going on, still I was asking, Mina, are you okay having sessions maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow? Will it be okay for you people? I mean, I'm just talking about these MBA students who are going to appear in Pyramid, right?
Ma'am, I have to discuss with it, but I think so on Monday evening everybody will be free. On Monday evening everybody is free.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Then in the meantime, we will have a discussion share offline, and we will just plan everything, right? Okay, that's great. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
before winding up, I want to ask you people, have how many of you have checked your this ATS compliance? Have you checked that? Have you heard of ATS? What is ATS?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, Maheshwar, you said no or yes?
Ma'am, it's a very new word to them. I think if we
Okay, fine,
helpful if you
fine.
can just elaborate. बहुत important
Okay,
चीज है ATS बच्चों के लिए जानना. तो I can brief
right.
about.
See, now nowadays, what is happening? Every company, for one job role, they are getting approx 200, applications, right? So it is not possible for HRs to go through each and every resume. That is why they have automated this. Okay. So this ATS is the software that checks suitability of your resume, okay, with the job role. In a very simple language, if we say, so it's the screening software, okay, where they screen online only, right? So that is why Ritesh sir was sharing that HRs were complaining about the resume. So this is like your resumes are not curated in that way. That these are in fact you can say that the it is not ATS compliant, right? So for that, you need to see. I will just share the website's link in the group, and it is an assignment for all of you. Those who are appearing in the this next week's drive or not. It is compulsory for each and every one. Okay, what you have to do, you have to upload. I will just share the link. You have to check that, or else even in the Google, if you just check that ATS, so it will. The website will just float on your screen. Okay, so. You have to upload your resume over there, and this will screen that whether, so suppose you are applying for a sales manager post, right? So it will tell you, it will give you score, and it will tell you that whether you are you are a right fit for this post or not. Okay, so this is ATS actually, in short, if I say. So nowadays, it is happening in most of the companies. Most of the companies, they are screening your resumes through ATS. Okay, there are many platforms for this. ATS is one of the most common platform, you can say, where resumes are screened. Got it? So
So it's basically actually it's basically like a tracking system. So where they capture the keywords and the phrasing what we do. So mostly it works on that AI thing. They actually track down the things what is required. It's very customizable. So if one employer is looking for some particular candidate, so just by looking at the resume, they can shortlist and what kind of things they require. So, I mean, most of the employers basically are looking, going through that ATS mode to select the or shortlist the profile. So, if suppose we are able to develop a resume or write a resume as per the ATS system, then it's more likely that it will be selected by the employer. So, that point what Krishna ma'am is making probably is that if suppose we make those ATS compatible resumes, so there'll be high chance for us to get through that filtration process.
Okay. So, yeah, any question from any of the participant?
And you can always ask your question if suppose it's not, I mean, you're not speaking about it. You can actually unmute yourself and speak, or raise your hands and speak, or you can write your question in the chat box.
Kriti sir, I want to ask sir one question. So, behalf of students, they are not asking, but I am asking. Please, sir, just tell me that career objective जो section होता है, career objective या summary. So, what do's and don't for that? means उस section में आपको what are the do's and don't? Because career objectives mostly is come from the top fold of the CV. So important for any fresher. So what will be the that important points that you want to discuss with the students, sir?
So, talking about the career objectives, immediately, if I can gather something, is see, it has to be very specific. So, career objectives are one is personal. Like if suppose I want to get into one particular career, it has to be the first thing. It has to be specific. It should be goal. I mean, it should showcase your goals also, and it has to be concise, specific again and again. So there are two things what we want to write in our career objectives. If suppose there is our personal goal, which we have made, that we want to join in some company, like what we want to achieve and what is our aspirations. So first of all, we'll have to write that, and second, we'll see that what is that company's objective. So why are we, if a company is looking for a particular profile, particular person who can, suit to the roles of the company, so that is what they want. So if we need to find out that what is that specific thing what they're looking for. So in both perspectives, we have to be specific and showcase our goals in both the perspectives, like what is our career aspiration, and at the same time, what is it that the company is looking for. So highlighting those are the skills and experiences which we already have, which relates to the position which the company is asking for. Probably that is what we should be writing precisely in the career objective. It has to be concise. That is what, like, it has to be pinpointed. Ki mujhe, like, what are the experiences? What are the skills I have? What are my aspirations? And in the company which is looking for some particular things, how am I best suited for that job? So मुझे लगता है कि career objective, and then we can have examples like but the theme or the core of a career objective is this, as far as I, can understand it.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, student, do you have any questions? किसी को कुछ questions पूछना है?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, Mohit. Go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to ask, like, college has provided us the resume, but if someone is applying directly through the website or after the college completion of the college, if someone applying through the website, the resume should have photo or not, or it is an old model structure or something like that, sir?
Good question, Mohit. Good question. So, Kriti sir,
I think photo is these days very essential. So, but then in the very beginning, when Nitesh sir was telling that there are issues with the photographs, that some casual photographs which we use, so it's not a media profile or a DP what you're using. So basically, it has to be one formal, professional looking photograph which you should use in your CV. It's always welcome, because these days, even when you are applying for a job, applying for an examination, or all sorts of things, photographs are essential, the recent photographs. So using a photograph in the CV is not bad. I mean, it's okay.
Mohit, I just want to answer one thing. All the students need to use the college format CV. Okay, whether you are applying for the on campus or off campus, जब तक तुम यहाँ के स्टूडेंट हो तब तक कॉलेज फॉर्मेट का ही सीवी शेयर करना है, चाहे वो ऑन कैंपस हो चाहे वो ऑफ कैंपस हो. Clear?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So in the college format, do we have the scope for photographs, sir? Ritesh, sir?
Yes, sir. I have already shared the Krishna ma'am. So
Okay. Yeah, I'd seen the group.
Yes, we have, sir.
No, that is perfect actually. I mean, when we talk about different formats, so I have gone through the format. So it is perfectly fine. Only where we are lacking in the providing information. We are lacking in choosing the keywords, right? We are lacking in bridging the gaps, right? So on those part, we are going to work. We will definitely work. See, today we have just discussed about the do's and don'ts, and we have discussed about the essentials. Today we did not do any kind of a hands-on activity or anything like that. Why? Because see, we will have to repeat, we don't want to repeat the session again. When we start officially, we start properly, then during our session all these things will be covered, right? And I think from next week, most probably, we are going to have our sessions. So we can always, we will start our sessions with this only. Don't worry about that. Okay. And yeah, as so can we summarize it, or still we have some more questions from the students? Ritesh, sir, do we have any other question?
No, ma'am, we can wrap up this. I just want to give one important information to the students. Students, this was a kind of just a session that we want to kick start. Okay, so you need to interact with the main course program. Will be going to start from the next week onwards. But for before that session starts, you need to fill that need assessment Google form. Okay, बिकॉज उसी के अकॉर्डिंग वो ग्रुप्स डिफाइन होंगी. जैसे मैंने आपको बहुत पहले भी बताया था कि वो ग्रुप्स तभी बनेंगे जब आपने वो नीड असेसमेंट का गूगल फॉर्म भरा हो. तब वो हम लोग छोटे छोटे ग्रुप्स में बांट देंगे. फिर हम लोग हो सके 60 या 70 के ग्रुप्स में फॉर्म करके सेशंस लें. सो आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट ऑल दी सीआर्स एंड पीआर्स, यहाँ पे बहुत से सीआर्स पीआर्स ऑलरेडी ज्वाइंड है, कि वो नीड असेसमेंट वाला जो गूगल फॉर्म है, प्लीज ट्राई टू फिल इट एसएप. Almost 150 I think response we have received, and there are 300 students or approx those who have joined, so that WhatsApp group. So we need more 100 registration. Or next week probably we're going to start for a full phase. So I don't want कि any कोई students miss हो जाए. So please, अभी जो initial phase है, we are just kind of a kick start, ताकि आप लोग को समझ में आ जाए कि more and less अभी क्या होने वाला है. And you just need to build a rapport with that faculty members of Cutie marks, and you can have a good conversation from the next onwards. Okay,
So
sir.
with that, I have a piece of information for all. Like till now, we have got 204 responses, so it's good.
Okay,
And
that's a good number, yeah.
so 204 responses we have already got. So rest of them, I mean, whoever is there in the group who wants to join the courses. So I mean, basically the feedback what we were requiring is that there are different sections in it, and these are important for you to prepare for the interviews, or to generally prepare for your career. So these sections will help us understand that at what level you are in. So if suppose you are very much confident in your communication skills, or you are moderately confident, or you are poor in your communication skills, we will try to start from the basics. Or then otherwise, if we see that most of you are confident about your communication skills, maybe we will go to the higher degrees. Or we can have two groups where we can, in one group we can start from basics, and then in the other group we can talk about this higher order things. So for that we need to have those feedback from you all. And secondly, if everyone gives their feedback, so it is easier for us to customize also. Like for example, if we can pick one individual student, see what he or she has written, and based on it, we can actually customize the needs of that particular person and talk to them. So that is why we thought that if you could, all of you could fill that form, it will be easier for us to plan better.
Okay, thank you. Yes, hello.
Yes, ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now it is okay.
Perfectly fine, ma'am. Go
Yes,
ahead.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so I just shared about the resume boot camp. Okay, so all of you, I request all of you to share your resume along with a cover letter. Don't worry about that, whether you know how to write a cover letter, how to present it nicely or not. Don't worry about that. Okay, you just share what you want to, right? Definitely it should be related to any job role. Keep that job role. So suppose Pyramid is coming to your campus and the job role is sales manager. Those, and say suppose you are from IT background, then you can think of Infosys and other trainee or something like that. So you can think of any job role and then according to that prepare a cover letter. Okay, and tweak your resume according to that job role. It would be very, it would be good for us, in fact, to guide you how to curate your resume according to the job role. So this is the assignment you have been given. Definitely, I'll share this message in the group as well. Okay. So it is for each and every participant. We are going to have a separate session for MBA students who are appearing for Pyramid Drive. So for those 20-25 students, we will have a session on Monday. And yeah, Shreya,
Ma'am,
I'll just...
excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, most of the students have messaged me on Monday. They aren't free because there is a puja, so they won't be able to have the time. Most of the students have went to their villages. The network issues are going to be happening. So they have said
Okay.
me to conduct on the Tuesday, ma'am. It will be, if it is okay, you please conduct on Tuesday, ma'am.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We can go ahead with that. There's no issue. We can,
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah, yeah. In the group
And
itself,
and Shreya, is there any issue with the timing? Which time suits?
Sir, let me discuss with the students for tomorrow, and I will update to the Krishna ma'am within the period of a time, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So thank you to all of you today for joining us.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
this way,
It's
we have
having this
already
session.
started our journey together, and we have to win together. Okay. So have a great puja holiday. Enjoy your day, and let's meet in our another session. And be active in the group. If you have any query, any question, please come with the query. We are always there to support you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Ritesh sir, for being with us. Thank you. Thank you, Kirti sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, thank you, sir.